Bernstein and Goff on 670 The Score.
Fung is winning. Winning is Fung. Fung is winning. Winning is Fung.
Mundane sports achievements.
I played 4 years at Polk High. Touchdown Bundy, they used to call me. Made All-City back in '66. 4 touchdowns. And I'm not talking the whole year. One game.
Mundane sports achievements.
Every place I go, they're always asking me about Jordan Lynch. He's been involved in all the drill work. He's watched a lot of film, and he's done everything we've asked of. It's been impressive.
Mundane sports achievements.
Kyle Orton's an amazing quarterback. He just comes in and moves your football team.
Mundane sports achievements.
Joey Chestnut retains the mustard belt. He is the champion.
The passion is raw, but the hot dogs are cooked. That's the most amazing competitive eating contest I have ever seen.
Mundane sports achievements.
All right. Let's do this. I usually try to read a submission just to kind of get everybody in the mood, let people know what the idea is of this on Friday.
Is there too much
Fung.
sauce already on the phone lines? Is that why you'll skip it? Oh, I thought you were saying you were going to skip it.
No.
I thought you
no. I'm just trying
okay.
to let people understand what we're doing here. Here's an example of what we're talking about. And this is from Dave, who says, 30 years ago, living in a multi-building apartment complex, and anyone who came to visit had to wind their way to the back of the massive complex and past the basketball and tennis courts to get to my building. So one evening, I was growing impatient, waiting for my girlfriend, so I walked up to the front of the complex to wait. My plan was to keep my eyes open, flag her down by the basketball courts as she entered, and it was later, and I found a small kid's basketball, started to shoot some one-handed shots, and just as I started shooting, I noticed her car coming down the road. And she got closer, and I started jumping up and down and waving my arms to get her attention. And she didn't see because she was absorbed by her bad music and cigarette. Sounds lovely. I figured my next best option is to throw the basketball at her car, hoping I hit the car and get her attention. So I launched the ball, just trying to throw the ball to where the car is headed. And as it sailed, it looked on target. I thought, I'll get her attention. 75 feet in the air, right through her half-rolled down driver's side window, hitting her squarely in the face, knocking the cigarette out of her mouth. Well, she noticed me, but she could not accept my brilliant shot for what it was.
Oh. It's going to be hard to sell that to
Yeah,
her.
I get that, but nice shot. This is Ian on the Score on Friday Fung. Hi, Ian.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Great.
Let me take you off speaker here.
Okay,
Sorry about
thank
that. Okay, so mine is hitting the dunk tank 3 times at my 5th grade school fair. But the thing that was remarkable about it was that the person in the dunk tank was my young and pretty cute gym teacher. And after I hit it the first time, she emerged from the dunk tank with her bikini bottom somewhat askew. I'll leave it at that.
Wow.
Nicely done.
Let me see something in real life that I hadn't seen before.
Oh.
My pupils became pinpoints. I developed the laser focus of a bomb disposal technician, and without averting my gaze, I hit the target 2 more times. I'm convinced that this experience completely changed.
Where'd he go?
You got snipped?
I'm not sure.
You got nipped.
Maybe Tanny was concerned about where that was heading, but I thought that was very, very artfully described.
Yeah, got a glance.
Intriguingly.
At the dunk tank.
In DeMont, Indiana, it is Vince. He's on the Score. Hello, Vince.
Hey, how you doing, boys? Good show today.
Thank you.
Yeah, mine isn't as good as that one. I think I'd trade it, but right now we would flip the pens up in the air when I was a manager at a retail establishment, and we all caught them in our front pockets. And so to up the ante, I decided to flip it up in the air and catch it in my back pants pocket, thinking there was no chance it would happen. It slid down the back of my shirt, went right in the back of the pants pocket, and I said, okay, boys, that's it. No one else can top that. They tried it again for 6 more months, and nobody even came close. So that was my brush with greatness. Of course, my dry cleaning bills were a little bit out of control. My wife couldn't figure out why the front of my pants and the back of my pants and my shirts all had ink stains. I said, well, these pens are really bad. I didn't tell her that I was screwing around at work and not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was flipping pens instead of taking care of the customer.
Well, put the cap on the pen then. I thought you were going to say,
be careful.
I caught it in my crack.
That's easier. That's not a mundane
No,
sports achievement.
hey,
You can do that
show
pretty
me.
easily.
Show me.
Oh, dude.
I think it's that easy.
Brandon?
Kevin is in Loda, Illinois, and is on the Score.
Yeah, guys, I was on my dad's hog farm, 16 years old. I was cleaning out a hog barn, and so I have a picture.
Wait, what kind of farm was it?
Hog.
Hog farm. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So I
being
got a
over a
picture
big
of
city
this
tap
family
around 2
where-
a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So see a mouse on the far wall. It was on a little, like on a 4x4 running across. And since I have a pitchfork in my hand, I have to throw it, right? I'm about 30 feet away. And I don't know if your younger listeners want to listen to this, but I threw the pitchfork and it went in one eye and came out his cheek.
Ooh, okay, it's a little specific, but you
killed a man.
That's not a man. It's a mouse.
Oh, a mouse.
It wasn't a man.
Okay, I thought he was talking about a dude. right. He killed Shoe.
Dan in Westtown writes, I was a cheerleader at Illinois in college, and every year the basketball teams would play at the United Center in December. My senior year, 2006, my parents were able to get tickets to the last row, right in front of the luxury boxes of Section 118. During the game, one of the timeouts we had to fill was the T-shirt toss. I was a high school pitcher. I always like to show off my arm. And after randomly tossing a few shirts as high into the arena as possible, I spotted my parents waving at me in their seats amidst the sellout crowd. At this point, I'm standing on the small Bull's Head logo by the free throw line elbow, maybe 100 feet away. I pointed at my dad and fired it toward him in the mass of people. He didn't even have to take a step. The shirt hit him in the hands, and he caught it easily. The highlight of my cheerleading career, a feat made in a full arena, but only seen and appreciated by 3 people. And he included a picture that was taken afterwards
nice.
to prove the veracity of the mundane sports
Yeah,
achievements.
from here on out, we're going to need picture proof of all of your stories.
I don't need the dead mouse, though. This is Terry on the score. Hello, Terry.
Hey, boys, big fan.
Thank you.
This was about 8 years ago in college. It was around 4:20 p.m., and I was sitting watching TV with some of my buddies.
There you go.
And we, as we're sitting there, nobody wants to get up, and there's a fly that lands on the TV screen. This was a big spitball phase for me. So about 15, 20 feet away, one shot, hit the fly, knocked off the TV, saved the day.
Nice.
What kind of concussed flies were in your dorm room that they couldn't? I mean,
contact high, probably. If the fly,
probably right. Yeah.
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Fly's just trying to get himself a Cheeto or something. He's like, all right, I'm going to fly over to the screen, get some love, and you killed him.
Here's Keith next on the score. Hello, Keith.
Hey, gentlemen. Mine is completely mundane but enjoyable. We were playing Frisbee at a family party, and my brother says, I'm going to go along. And so I launched it probably 35 yards. It goes over his head, hits the street, and gets sucked into the rim of the passing car. And the car didn't even stop. So it's, once again, mundane, but also sad, because I lost my Frisbee.
And just away it went.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, that sucks.
I had a, but to get it wedged in,
right.
so far away, yeah.
I mean, that's dying, Frisbee dying an honorable death there, right, if you're going to go out like that.
I had a similar story that didn't end as humorous. I threw a stick from, like, maybe 20 yards away.
Into somebody's bike?
Yeah. Because I'm like, it's not going to get in there, so I'm just messing around, throwing a javelin style, and kid flipped over and knocked out a front tooth.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
And you were like, what happened?
Sorry, Lindos.
In Milwaukee, it's Terry on the score.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hey.
I'm an avid pool player. About 22 years ago, we're celebrating my 9-year-old son's hockey team championship out of Highland Park, Illinois. We go out to the place Sluggers out by the mall in Vernon Hills, and I'm playing another dad in pool. He goes, "Oh, I hear you're pretty good." I said, "I'll blow you up." So
that's a way to set the tone there, brother.
Absolutely. So I let him break. He broke. He didn't make a ball. I ran all 7 balls off the table, and I had nothing but a bank shot, except there was a line of balls of his. The shot doesn't go. I called the bank shot anyway. I put extreme bottom English on the cue ball and hit it as hard as I could. The object ball hit the rail and hopped over about 4 balls, dead center pocket. I threw the cue on the table and said, "Don't ever bet against me," like I meant to do that.
Damn, Terry. That's how you tell a story right there.
Yeah, he had the gusto behind it too. Yeah, but that sounds like skilled achievement though.
Because
if you're a badass and you've been kicking ass at pool and calling out people as soon as they meet you, but that's pretty cool.
I got kicked out of that Sluggers.
Yeah, what were you doing? Being too rowdy?
No, I
Capitol Hill bong over to Sluggers.
I was playing baseball competitively at the time, and I had just bought a new infielder's mitt. It was a really nice heart of the hide pro Rawlings $225 glove, and I want to break it in the right way. So I went into the fast batting cage and just was catching balls, catching at different angles, catching at different parts of the glove. Pop, 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 just trying to build a pocket, right? Instead of hitting, I was breaking it in. It's a batting cage, not a fielding cage. Our insurance policies aren't going to cover that. I said, I understand that. I'll waive my rights. I will sign away anything. This is the only place I can get this kind of velocity.
Those balls hit you in the face.
Right. I said, I waive my right. I said, this constitutes an oral contract. If you want me to sign something, I will sign something. I promise. If I take one off the face, I won't do it. No, get out of here. Fine, I'll get out of here. And I didn't. And I went back in. I started. So I did a couple more rounds, and finally just said, get out of here.
Could have had you arrested.
Yeah, he kicked me out.
He told you to leave. You didn't leave.
I know, but I just wanted to break the glove in.
Felon.
Coal City. This should be good. It's not only is it Coal City, it's a Bob in Coal City.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Yeah. Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, back in the day when I was on a 16-inch softball league, after the games, me and the boys, we'd go tip a few and have some tip a few beers and have some food at the tavern that sponsored our team.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I didn't have that very good of a night at the plate. I was like 0 for 4. So I was getting razzed by one of the guys that was he must have been at least 20 feet away from me in the bar. I had just ordered a burger, and the waitress just dropped his drinks up. He had like a tall glass, a big drink. So I took one of those Heinz ketchup packets, I opened it, and I threw it at him. And as it fluttered through the air, it sprayed a couple of the guy's girlfriend.
Oh no!
Wound up it landed right inside his drink, which was an unbelievable shot.
And then you guys fought to the death.
Right. And you still were 0 for 4.
Fung is winning. Winning is Fung.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. So I got Carlos Baerga, Dante Bichette, and Luis Gonzalez. Who do you got? 1, 2, 3 coming up next. You can win $150 of Pappy's money right here on 820 The Score.
I got Juan Gonzalez.
right.
We're doing Friday.
I got Glenn Allen Hill.
Mundane.
Juan Uribe.
No.
See, honestly, I would
too late.
I'd call it and say, I'd like Juan Uribe, and Juan Uribe.
Thank you.
And I automatically win.
See, now that's what we're going to start to do. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. You do need somebody to help me now.
Help me sing.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but I like it, damn it. Someone come feel my pants.
Wilson needs somebody to help him sing because he's dead.
Quit yelling.
Oh, see? That's the kind of guy he is, though. That's the kind of person Tannehill is. He can get you all juiced up, take you to that moment, and drops your ass off the cliff with that.
Farbio ruins funk. Splashes his one in.
Now, that would be something if we had a celebrity death match with Farmio and Neil Funk.
Kevin is in Beverly.
No one would be worse for the wear,
He's
by the
on
way.
the score. Hi, Kevin.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What up?
So I was more on the receiving end of this mundane sports act, but in high school I worked at Soldier Field, me, my brother, and 2 of my cousins. So we'd buy lunch for each other, and at the end of the day, when we were done parking cars, we'd head home towards Beverly. So we had Chinese food that day, and we get on the highway. My cousin and his brother are driving a purple S10 pickup, and me and my brother are in a Plymouth Breeze.
Oh, nice.
So we take
Sweet.
off. They leave before us, and I'm doing like 70 miles an hour. I catch up to them, and I'm yelling at them out the window. They're in a lane over. My cousin reaches into the bag, grabs an egg roll, and throws it across the lane, and it goes in my mouth, doing like 70 miles an hour. Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Everyone says that, but I'm telling you, I had a whole egg roll land in my mouth.
Well, now that you put it that way, I guess I believe you, Kevin.
Doing like 70 miles an hour.
That's
we're on the honor system here, so let's put a little Chinese hot mustard on that, and then
good to go.
Yeah,
I had a whole egg roll in my mouth.
Kill a man with that.
It's kind of. I was about to say it's kind of dangerous too, like throwing things across the highway. If you're gonna be on the highway, do what everybody else does and shoot at each other.
Yeah, this is Chicago,
Right,
people.
exactly. Stop throwing egg rolls at people.
Sam in Silver Lake, Wisconsin, you are on the score.
Hey, so I'm like, as far as people who actually try, I'm probably the world's worst golfer. So I'll never hit a hole-in-one, but the best I ever did, I was teeing up my shot, and I needed to hit it over a pond. And I hit the ball, and it's a terrible shot. It's hooking left right away. It goes through a tree, and something falls out of the tree. And I get up to the pond, and I knocked a blackbird, killed it right out of the tree.
Ooh. If it's a red-winged blackbird, you're probably doing people a favor because those things are jerks.
It was.
Those things are jerks. So
what's next? You got mosquitoes on your list and wasps, and now red-winged blackbirds.
Red-winged blackbirds are jerks.
Why?
They attack people.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you get too close to a nest or something, and you know they have that annoying call too. So they're just I don't need them either.
Like Bob's.
Hello there. Albany Park Dan says in college my buddy and I were fishing at a little pond outside Champaign, and we didn't get a bite the entire time. We're packing up to leave, and my friend dumps out the leftover ice from the cooler, and out of frustration, I pick up an ice cube, and I throw it 30 yards in the direction of 5 floating ducks, and I hit one right in the butt as it was moving. And we started laughing, and the duck just gave out this and kept on moving like nothing happened. It was a great way to end a boring day of fishing. Well, you're very easily entertained.
I was about to say, now we're getting to the torturing animals portion of Friday Fung.
All right, so we'll do an update, and then we'll finish. Oh, Tanny's pointing red. We'll do it now!
We'll do it live!
And to the death! Scott in Vernon Hills, you're on Friday Fung, Mundane Sports Achievements on the score.
All right, well, sorry this doesn't involve me getting beaten up in a bar or have something flying into my mouth at high speed, but here it goes. So I'm cleaning the gutters of my house. This was a few falls ago, and I thought, God, this really sucks. So I have the idea to grab the leaf blower, and so I get up on the roof, and I'm just going to blow them out of the gutters, right? I step in a little bit of black ice that I don't see, and you know what's coming next? Boom! I'm sliding down the roof, high speed. You know, I know what's happening, but there's nothing I can do to stop it. And I'm going right towards the edge. And granted, this is only the one-story part of my house. I hit the edge of the house, and then it becomes complete slow motion. I can see everything around me. I'm flying through the air. It seems like, arms, legs flailing around. And I look below me, and I know I'm going to land on the brick patio. And I'm like, holy crap, this is really good. This is really going to hurt. I hit the patio into a squat, and I stand straight up. I landed on my feet, looking around.
And nothing broke?
You nailed the landing?
I nailed the landing. I throw my arms up like freaking Nadia Comaneci. I'm looking around going, oh, my God.
A little different body type, I'm sure.
Yeah, a little bit larger. Did anyone see this? And I look around, and of course, I'm in my backyard. There's no one around.
Of course.
And I have to run into my house and just tell my wife, oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. Nothing hurt. It was unbelievable.
You know what happened, Scott? And I hate to say,
Scott, you've been dead for 7 years now.
This is like an M. Night Shyamalan outcome where you're actually dead, or you're going to be the guy in the Darwin Awards that ends up falling out of a second-story window trying to put on his underpants.
There it is.
I'm certain that I've probably fused several vertebrae together. It's probably why my back hurts quite a bit.
That's a good one. That's a hell of a call. I love the Nadia Comaneci reference.
Good job, everybody.
Yep, well done.